And I'm happy to have Dr. Abelardo Moncayo here today with the Tennessee Department of Health. So nice to see you.
Thank you.
And we know that the Zika virus obviously has been in the news so much in recent months. You are head of this program at the Tennessee Department of Health. Can you describe to us what exactly is the Zika virus? We know that it's carried by mosquitoes, but what else do we need to know about it and be better prepared to protect ourselves?
Sure. So yes, the Zika virus has made many headlines in the news, mainly because of its effect on the fetus of pregnant women. So it causes what's called microcephaly, which is the fetus has a smaller brain, and so it has a lot of issues, cognitive issues, and maybe issues that we haven't yet understood, because a lot of these children are being born as we speak, and we're following them. So because of that, it's made a lot of news. But we have had mosquito-borne viruses in the United States for quite a long time. And, you know, it's probably something new to a lot of us. For myself, for example, growing up in Ohio, we didn't really think about mosquitoes as a danger as far as viruses. They would just be a nuisance. But now, since things like West Nile virus, for example, we understand that there are viruses that are endemic to the U.S., but also that are coming into the U.S. And Zika is one example of a virus that has a potential of coming into the U.S.
Okay, so you get a mosquito bite, you're worried about it. What would the symptoms be of that you were bitten by a mosquito that was carrying the Zika virus?
So the people that should most worry about getting the Zika virus are those that travel to countries that have Zika outbreaks going on right now, which are, for the most part, most of Latin America and the Caribbean. And the symptoms are going to be a rash, fever. Those are the two most common symptoms. Also conjunctivitis and arthralgia, which is, so conjunctivitis is reddening of the eyes, and arthralgia is joint pain.
Can you get it from another person? What is the means of transmission other than getting the mosquito bite?
Sure. So there are actually multiple means of transmission of Zika virus. So in one sense, it was not unusual for us to see a virus like this emerging. We saw before this virus, chikungunya virus, a couple of years ago, that had a similar pattern. Starting in a different part of the world, Zika virus started in Africa and has moved through the world and come into the Americas. So that's not unusual, that mechanism of movement of a virus. But what is unusual is Zika virus itself. It is not just transmitted by mosquitoes, but it's also transmitted sexually, and also from mother to fetus. It's transmitted sexually, and for a while we thought it was just men to women or to their sexual partners. But recently we found out that it can also go the other way. Women can also transmit the virus.
All right. Is there any kind of way to protect yourself other than, you know, not traveling to these countries, you know, to Latin America, to the Caribbean, which we know so many people are. So many people are traveling internationally to those areas. What else can you do to protect yourself?
Well, so certainly the people that we're most concerned about and that we have recommendations that they do not travel are pregnant women. If you are a non-pregnant woman or a male, then there are things that you can do to protect yourself. So while you're in country, you can wear repellents that you can put on your skin. There's repellents that you can put on your clothing as well. To stay in places that have good screens, good air conditioning, that sort of thing.
What kind of treatments are available?
Right now, there are no treatments. They're working on vaccines for Zika virus, but that will take a while. So the only the only protection is prevention, and that involves mosquito prevention, but it also involves using condoms. If you are a male, for example, that has been diagnosed with Zika virus, and you don't want to transmit to your partner, it's recommended that if your partner is pregnant, that you abstain from sex, or you wear condoms throughout the duration of the pregnancy. And if your partner is not pregnant, the recommendation is that you abstain or have protected sex for 2 months if you don't have symptoms and you've come back from an area that has Zika virus, or if you have symptoms, to do that for 6 months.
You also had mentioned prior to us doing our interview today that this is such an ever-changing situation. We've just recently learned of a case where someone that was taking care of a man who had traveled internationally got the Zika virus, who was, I believe, in South America. So what's the best advice to folks to stay on top of this and to know the latest information?
Sure. So that's very true. Right now, it's the summertime. People are going, taking trips. They're coming back. We expect to see more travel-associated cases as the summer progresses. So to get the best information, go to our State Health Department website or the CDC website, or simply Google Zika CDC or Zika Tennessee Department of Health.
Okay, ever-changing, evolving kind of situation. Thank you so much for enlightening us on the latest on the Zika virus, Dr. Moncayo. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this.